Hello, welcome to the Communication and Networking online lecture series. In the previous session, we have seen the topic class full addressing and we have seen the classification of different classes of addressing for IP addresses from the unit network layer. Now in this session, we are going to continue the unit network layer. In that unit, today's topic is class less addressing. Now in class less addressing, there are not specific static IP addresses unlike class full addressing. That means here the IP addresses or network addresses are assigned variably according to the network requirement. Here also the subnet mask is not fixed for each and every data transmission. For the network topologies and network requirement, the subnet masks are changed and they are variable for each data transmission. So it is variable according to the network requirement and based on the network topologies. So let's understand what is class less addressing, what are the differences between class full and class less addressing, and what is the requirement of class less addressing. So let's start with that. So first of all, let us understand network address and mask. So as we have seen in the class full addressing, there are basically 5 classes of IP addresses: class A, class B, class C, class D and class E addressing. Class E addressing are reserved for future purpose. For class A to class D, there are static ranges or fixed range based on which IP addresses are assigned. And for commercial purpose, we are using class C addressing, which is starting from 192. So let's say for example, if you are doing 192.168.101.1 IP addresses for your particular device, it indicates that this is the commercial IP address. So what are the different subnet masks for each and every classes and what is the network address? So let us understand first of all what is network address and mask. So here first is network address. So network address identifies a network on the internet. That means on which network the data is to be sent or from which the data is to be sent. Using this, we can find range of addresses in the network and total possible number of hosts in the network. That means a particular network where there are different nodes, which node has which address and to which data is to be sent. That is to be identified, and what are the number of hosts in the particular network that can be identified using the network address. Now next is mask. So mask is basically a 32-bit binary number that gives the network address in the address block when AND operation is bitwise applied to the mask and IP address of the block. So for class full addressing, there are fixed subnet masks for each and every classes. So let us see which are these subnet masks for classes of different IP addresses. So the default mask in different classes are the first one, that is for class A. It is 255.0.0.0. As we know that for IP addresses, we use decimal notation to indicate the different IP addresses, and we know that we use the dot decimal convention for that. So for class A, the convention decimal dotted convention is 255.0.0.0. Same way for class B, there is again fixed subnet mask, which is 255.255.0.0. For class C, it is 255.255.255.0, and for class D, it is 255.255.255.255. So these are the default subnet masks for different classes of network addresses. As you can see over here, class A has the first one, that is 2551 in the entire decimal notation. Class B, there are 255 are there. In class C, 3255 are there, and for class D, all the decimal notations have 4255. So this is how you can give or assign the subnet mask for each and every IP addresses for particular classes wise. Now let us understand the classless addressing. So classless addressing is basically an improved IP addressing system, that is improved internet protocol addressing system for the particular network identification. It makes the allocation of IP addresses more efficient. That means unlike class full addressing where each and every device has a unique IP address and static subnet mask, in class less addressing they make the utilization of each and every IP addresses more effectively, and efficient utilization of these IP addresses makes the network configuration more expandable. It replaces the older classful addressing system based on the classes. That means the older version of the classful addressing is done according to the classes of the IP addresses. It replaces that IP addressing scheme. It is also known as CIDR, which stands for classless interdomain routing. So for classless addressing, we can use a notation that is CIDR, which stands for classless interdomain routing. So this is the introduction of the classless addressing. Now let us see this diagram which makes the differences clear between classless and classful addressing. In the first figure, you can see the classful addressing for the particular network configuration. In second figure, you can see the classless addressing scheme for particular network configuration. Now in this figure, as you can see, there are three routers, router 1, 2 and 3 in the particular network using which data is to be transferred. Now in class full addressing, the subnet mask is same throughout the topology as you can see, whereas in class less addressing, the subnet mask may change according to the network topology. So this is the biggest difference between class less and class full addressing. In class full addressing, the static IPs have the static subnet mask, that means fixed subnet mask, which is not changed throughout the network. It is not changed according to network topology or network requirement. Whereas in class less addressing, the subnet mask can change based on the network topology or in the particular network topology for the particular network. Now let us see some basic differences between class full and class less addressing, which will make your concept more clear about class less addressing and class full addressing. So here the difference between class less routing and class full routing is indicated. Let us consider the first point. So in class full routing, VLMS is not supported. VLMS stands for variable length subnet mask. Here, as we have seen earlier, subnet mask is fixed in class full addressing. There is not change in subnet mask in the particular network topology. So according to that, VLMS is not supported in class full addressing. Same way, on the contrary, in class less routing, VLMS is supported. That means variable length subnet mask is supported. That means the length of the subnet mask is variable according to the network topology in class less routing. Whereas in class full routing, it is constant throughout the network topology. Second point is that in class full routing, it requires more bandwidth because each and every class is wide that need to use fixed subnet mask and it may not change. Whereas in class less routing, it requires less bandwidth because it more effectively utilizes each and every classes of IP addresses. So all the IP addresses are effectively utilized, and using that concept, the bandwidth is less occupied. Third point is that in class full routing, address is divided into three parts, which are network, subnet and host. Whereas in classless routing, they are not divided into three parts, but they are divided into two parts only, subnet and host. Here, the mask is not there because it may change and it is of variable length according to the network topology. So that's why they are divided into two parts only, subnet and host. Now the next point is that in classless routing, CIDR is not supported, where CIDR stands for classless interdomain routing, whereas in classless routing, CIDR is supported. As we have seen that it stands for CIDR, that means classless routing stands for CIDR, which is classless interdomain routing. So that is supported in classless routing. Now the next point is that in classful routing, the fault can be detected easily. Wherever this case is not same in classless addressing or as classless routing, where to find the fault or to detect the fault is little tough as compared to classful routing. So these are the basic differences between classless and classful routing. And according to the network topology or requirement, static IP address or fixed IP address or fixed subnet mask are used according to the changes in the network. Now, in the next session, we are going to see the last topics of this chapter, that is network layer. We will see different internet protocol layer protocols, which includes ICMP, IGMP, ARP, that means address resolution protocol, RARP, that means reverse address resolution protocols, and we will see how these protocols operate on the network layer. Then we will start the next unit, that is transport layer, which is the fourth layer on the ISOSI reference model. These are the references for this particular presentation. You can refer this textbook for this. Thank you. Thank you once again.